Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero and Human Settlements MMC Mlungisi Mabaso are visiting the site of the collapsed building in Doornkop. Morero says the building was an illegal structure. Ntokozo Khumalo, our reporter on the ground, joins us live now for more. And Ntokozo, we heard, of course, from the mayor speaking about the fact that it was an illegal structure. Efforts as well to move residents there failed, as it was simply reoccupied by some of those running those housing syndicates that we know has been infamous in the city of Johannesburg. What is the latest in regards to helping the families that, of course, lost their loved ones?
Good afternoon, Veronica. Well, that briefing just concluded with Mayor Dada Morero, of course, going just across the road where the family had then relocated since that collapse that took place on Sunday or yesterday. And some of the promises put on the table is, of course, to assist the family with the burial arrangements, but also assist them with relocating somewhere safe. As you rightfully said, the mayor having stated that this property, the person who owned it previously, just the name Rasta that the mayor gave, is the one who owned this property a few years ago, but they were moved around 1999 because of the unlivable situation in this community. But let's listen to what the mayor had to say in regards to this specific building, number 5393, Block 1, Nzima.
Structure collapsed, and I think the guys' experts from development planning did indicate that in the manner in which it was built was completely not even compliant, no plans whatsoever. So in essence, this place in itself was an illegal structure, which was not supposed to be there in the first place. But unfortunately, death has happened, and I guess we are now responsible to ensure that we give support.
So, Veronica, when we did speak earlier, if you do recall, we spoke about this area being problematic when it comes to sinkholes. And already on the ground I'm standing on was kind of tricky to try and find a spot where we wouldn't get wet because there were rains here. The sinkholes, of course, impacting the integrity of the buildings here. So the family that was then living there at the house that has been that did collapse and will now be demolished, they are having their vigil next door here, where they are doing those prayers, getting collections from family members that are looking, or community members rather, Veronica, who are looking to contribute then to the burials. We also had the Colin Mashabane Foundation saying that they will also be supporting the family over the next few days, bringing along boxes of McDonald's for the children that are here to at least be able to have a meal tonight while the family tries to figure it out. And we were inside the building here. It is, in an informal settlement community, so rather uncomfortable conditions already, Veronica, that the family is then grieving their loved ones in, something that the mayor and MEC Mabaso promised to deal with as a matter of urgency. But the questions that we did pose, Veronica, is why it had to be lives lost before action was taken, with the mayor saying that that is not true, but instead the government is constantly enforcing those bylaws, having kicked people out of these community to relocate them, but people choosing to come back. And we spoke to a family member here, Zintle Dada, and we asked her where would she go once the family is relocated, and she highlighting that the family has very little, so they don't even have a wish list of where to go, but are looking to go somewhere where they can be safe and not see any more families that are lost. As we see there, if Khoto can just pan over, we are seeing families as well from outside of the province that are now coming through to join that vigil and prayer. But again, still going back to the issue of what happens to all the other homes that are in this community that are not structures that are meant to be here on this land. Let's hear what the mayor had to say in that regard, Veronica.
This area, we have moved people previously to Tepiso, but people came back and reoccupied the area illegally. We are also faced with a high volume of undocumented and illegal foreigners that have also settled in this area. So those are the matters that Human Settlements has been addressing, and in no time we'll have the ability to then move those that are remaining to the better place. But they should also know that we will not be able to allow people to continue to act illegally and reoccupy the area. The area is unsafe, it's dolomatic.
So, Veronica, we try to push on things such as budgets, on timelines then, on when governments will be engaging the community here. That a family member that I spoke to, having said no government member had actually come to them to say that they should not be living here and these are illegal structures. So we are waiting then on the mayor's office to set up that briefing where he said he would give media a little bit more details around the budgets then of relocating people, demolishing the homes here and finding alternatives for them, something that he said he will be able to give us in due course, but no real timeline given yet, Veronica, so we'll be following up on that.